So let's have a look the classification of tense. We have, as we already know, we have three tenses, that is present, past and future. And if we go through the present tense, it has four forms, that is simple present tense, present continuous tense, and you can see here the present perfect tense and the present perfect continuous tense. तो यही चार हैं. इसी तरीके से पास्ट में भी आपको जो है वो फोर फॉर्म्स हैं, जो यही क्लासिफिकेशन आपका इतना ही है. प्रेजेंट, पास्ट एंड फ्यूचर, ईच वन हैव फोर tenses: simple present, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous. Now if we will look at the past tense, you can easily see it is a simple past tense, past continuous, and past perfect as well as past perfect continuous. तो यही चार, the same has been followed in the future tense also. As you can look at, it is the simple future tense or future indefinite. Now it is the future continuous, and next is the future perfect as well as the future perfect continuous. So this is the basic classification of the tense. Now we will study the structure as well as uses of each and every tenses. Total अगर आप four तीनों calculate करें तो there are 12 tenses that we are going to study in greater detail. First of all, we will discuss about the simple present tense or present indefinite tense. So we will proceed with the present tense, and in the first thing in present tense is simple present tense. Let us see present tense. So the first tense is simple present tense or present indefinite. What do you mean by simple present tense or present indefinite? As it is very clear with the name, the action that is not definite. Indefinite simply means not definite or regular actions of the present or very common actions of the present are kept in simple present tense. तो यही आपको simple present tense में रखे जाते हैं. As you can see that कि simple present tense represents the actions that are non-definite or regular or normal actions of the present. कौन से वर्ब फॉर्म इसमें इस्तेमाल करते हैं? सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस बेसिकली यूज द बेसिक फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब, दैट इज V1 एंड V5. V5 is not the basic form, but V1 is the basic form and V5 V1 plus S or ES. तो these two verb forms are used in this sentence. यही दो वर्ब फॉर्म आपको इस टेंस में इस्तेमाल किए जाते हैं. Now we will look at the general structures of this tense. इस tense का structure क्या होता है, कैसी format होती है? So you will very well know the basic structure of each and every sentence. That is the sentence has a subject, a verb and a object. So what is the structure of simple present tense? उसका structure क्या होता है? Basic structures or general structures we will look at in all the forms sentence structure, that is affirmative, negative, इंट्रोगेटिव, इंटेरोनेगेटिव एंड WH क्वेश्चंस. तो ये सारी चीज़ें हम देखेंगे. फॉर अफर्मेटिव में आपका इसका जो स्ट्रक्चर है वो क्या होता है आपको, that is subject plus V1 or V5 or object. You can easily notice here the V1 and the V5. After that subject plus do or does, अगर आपको नेगेटिव फॉर्म करना हो, do or does plus not plus V1 plus object. Here you can also notice the V1 here. And you must notice the do and does, which is the auxiliary or helping verb. You must remember that list of helping verb depicting the time. So interrogative is do does plus subject plus V1. यहाँ पे भी आप V1 नोटिस कीजिए. do does auxiliary को अगर आप subject के पहले लगा देते हो, if you put the auxiliary or helping verb before the subject, it will make interrogative. This is the basic thing about making interrogative. उसके बाद जो है आपका इंट्रो नेगेटिव, डू एंड डज प्लस नॉट प्लस सब्जेक्ट प्लस V1 प्लस ऑब्जेक्ट. हियर ए कंफ्यूजन अराइजेस. शुड वी पुट नॉट बिफोर द सब्जेक्ट और वी कैन पुट इट आफ्टर द सब्जेक्ट? क्या इसको पहले पुट करना चाहिए या फिर बाद में पुट करना चाहिए? तो इसके इट हैज़ ए अल्टरनेटिव हियर. यू कैन राइट द इंट्रो नेगेटिव स्ट्रक्चर इन द फॉर्मेट ऑफ दिस ऑल्सो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, डू एंड डज plus subject plus not plus V1 plus object. The basic general structure means not can also be put after the subject. ठीक है. Basically this one is followed not before the subject is followed in conversational form of English, and this one is followed in traditional grammar or in the written form of English. So the next structure is WH questions. WH word plus do or does plus subject plus V1. Here you must notice the word do and does and the word V1. So this is the basic structure. So this is the basic structure about the simple present tense. यही आपका simple present tense का basic structure है. एक चीज़ that we must know कि आप कहाँ पे, जैसे for example यहाँ पे दो चीज़ें दी हुई हैं, subject plus V1 and V5. तो एक basic आपको you must have already known that basic, but I am just recalling it to you whether where you have to use the first form of the verb and where you have to use the fifth form of the verb. So the basic is that if you see here the table, that is the first person, second person and third person. First person you must know I and we, second person is you, third person is he, she, it and names, and its plural is they. So it is very clear, you must have known it, आपको पहले से पता होगा शायद कि he और she के साथ, it and name के साथ we use the fifth form of the verb and rest of the subject, that is ये I, we, you and they, we use V1. Do और does में अगर आपको confusion हो तो जहाँ पे ये V1 लगा हुआ है we use do, and जहाँ पे भी ये V5 है we can use does here. One more thing that you must notice, whenever you use do and does in a sentence, हालांकि ये present की बात कर रहा हूँ, if in past, it is always followed by the first form of the verb. ये आपको बहुत ज़रूर याद रखना है. एक basic mistake जो कई बार students कर देते हैं, do and does is always followed by the first form of the verb. आप V5 नहीं, अगर पहले से ही sentence में do and does आ गया है तो V5 आपको नहीं इस्तेमाल करना है. तो I hope these things must be clear with you. Now let us see the examples of this these structures. कुछ basic से example जो है वो हम देख लेते हैं. So if you go through the examples of these structures, same आपको वही सारी चीज़ें वो structure एक तरीके से पहचान ही लेना है. If you go through, Rohan writes a letter. Here Rohan is the subject, writes is the V5, a letter is the object. So this is the general affirmative structure of simple present tense. Rohan does not write a letter, does or write. ये आपको does आप पहचान रहे हो, write जो है वो V1 है. Does Rohan write a letter? This is the interrogative structure. Does यहाँ पे आया, write is the V1. Doesn't Rohan write a letter? ये आपका interrogative है. Does आपको यहाँ पे आया और फिर आपका ये V1 write. फिर why does Rohan write a letter? ये आपका WH क्वेश्चन का स्ट्रक्चर है. वाई के बाद डज आया, रोहन थर्ड पर्सन है तो, एंड हियर राइट इज द V1. सो इट इज़ वेरी क्लियर, यू मस्ट बी क्लियर विद द स्ट्रक्चर्स or the basic information about the simple present tense. Now we will move on to the uses of simple present tense कि इन structures का इस्तेमाल कहाँ पे किया जाता है, where we will use the structure of simple present tense or what are the uses of simple present tense. So let us proceed. The uses of simple present tense. There are certain defined uses of simple present tense. ये इतना सिंपल नहीं है कि सिर्फ नॉन डेफिनेट एक्शंस और रेगुलर एक्शंस के लिए इस्तेमाल किया जाता है जैसा कि हमने पहले पढ़ा, बट दिस इज नॉट सो सिंपल. Let us see the uses of simple present tense. The first one is habitual and regular actions in present. अगर कोई habitual action है, for example, I wake up early in the morning every day, रोज सुबह जगने की आदत है, और I wake up with tea in the morning every day, सोने के साथ ही चाय लेता हूँ, तो it's a habitual action, तो it is kept in present tense. Second uses is any fact or universal truth. कोई भी फैक्ट या कोई भी यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ अगर है तो इट इज केप्ट इन सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस. एनी फैक्ट और यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ इज केप्ट इन सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस. नेक्स्ट इज live commentaries, whether it is a football commentary or whether it is a kabaddi match or cricket match. The commentaries that are being live that are having live telecast or broadcast, the commentaries are done in simple present tense. वो continuous में नहीं करते हैं. It is done in simple present tense. Next thing is officially or formally scheduled event of future. अगर कोई ऐसा event है जो बहुत ही formal event है, जैसे प्राइम मिनिस्टर के विजिट हो या कोई भी चीज़ जो ऑफिशियली scheduled हो और बहुत चांसेस हो, ऑलमोस्ट 100% चांसेस हो दैट इट विल हैपन ऑन टाइम, देन दिस शेड्यूल्ड. जैसे कोई ट्रेन की टाइमिंग, ट्रेन कोई स्टेशन से खुलती हो फॉर एग्जांपल, तो ट्रेन विल लीव द स्टेशन एट, तो इट लीव्स द स्टेशन, नॉट विल लीव इज नॉट द राइट फॉर्मेट. तो ऑफिशियली और फॉर्मली शेड्यूल्ड इवेंट्स ऑफ फ्यूचर इज केप्ट इन सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस. नेक्स्ट वन इज इन कंडीशनल क्लॉजेज. इसको हम समझेंगे कि कंडीशनल क्लॉजेज में कहाँ पे आप सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस इस्तेमाल करते हो. And the next one is to give instructions or directions. For example, आप किसी को कुछ instructions do as directed. तो do is V1 and it is the simple present tense. तो ये जो 6 uses हैं, एक एक example से आपको और ज़्यादा clear होगा. Let us see the first one, as we have discussed, habitual or regular actions of the present. So let us see the example of these. He wakes up early in the morning every day. What does it mean? It means it is a regular habit for him. ठीक है. He goes for walk every day. ठीक है. और he takes walk every day. तो इस तरीके का कोई भी habitual action जो हो that are kept in simple present tense. I watch movies very often. मैं अक्सर movies देखता हूँ. तो this is also. तो how you will identify it? Wakes, it is the V5, and I watch. V5 इसलिए इस्तेमाल हुआ because here the subject is he, that is the third person singular number, and because here the subject is first person we have used V1. तो ये आपको बहुत clear रहना है. V1 and V5 it denotes the simple present tense or present indefinite tense. So this is the first uses. Next one is facts and universal truth. Facts क्या होते हैं? For example, कोई भी चीज़ जो क्या है, ट्रू है, बहुत ट्रू. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर मैं आपको यहाँ पे एग्जाम्पल हम देखते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ आई से 2 and 2 मेक 4, 2 और 2, इट इज अ फैक्ट. ये सही है, कोई भी वो करेगा तो वही होगा. सो दिस इज एनी फैक्ट जनरली इज रिटन इन सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ वी कंबाइन हाइड्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन इट विल गिव वाटर. तो ये भी ये क्या है, ये एक फैक्ट है. तो इट इज केप्ट इन सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस. नेक्स्ट इज सन राइजेज इन द ईस्ट. दिस इज अ यूनिवर्सल ट्रुथ. ठीक है. सन ऑलवेज, ये ऐसा नहीं है कि कल जो है आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते द सन विल राइज इन द ईस्ट टुमारो. नो, द सन राइजेज इन द ईस्ट. इट्स अ यूनिवर्सली एक्सेप्टेड ट्रुथ और यूनिवर्सल ट्रुथ. So now the next thing is live commentaries. The live, for example, if you remember the World Cup match, so this is the commentary done by Malinga balls to Dhoni. Dhoni moves forward, hits the ball, and it goes for a huge 6. Even the action is going on, वो action क्या हो रहा है, चल रहा है. Malinga balls to Dhoni. Malinga is running, ठीक है, and he is balling to Dhoni, but it is kept or it is written as well as it is spoken in the simple present structure. Malinga balls to Dhoni. Here you can identify the verb form, that is balls, V5. Dhoni moves forward, here V5. Hits the ball, here it is also V5. And it goes for a U6, here it is also V5. So the entire sentence is written in simple present tense. You can easily identify the fifth form of the verb. Fifth form क्यों है? Because the subject of the sentence is third person singular number. Malinga is a person and it is the singular number. तो ये चीज़ें आपको बहुत live commentaries is done in simple present tense. ये clear रखना है. Next one is officially or formally scheduled events. कोई भी चीज़ जो ऑफिशियली शेड्यूल्ड हो या फॉर्मली शेड्यूल्ड हो उसको किस में लिखते हैं? वी विल राइट इट इन सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस. लेट अस सी द एग्जांपल्स ऑफ दिस थिंग्स. द ट्रेन विल लीव एट 19:30 आवर्स टुनाइट. आज 7:30 बजे 19:30 आवर्स पे ट्रेन खुलेगी. तो विल लीव, हाउएवर इट मे सीम द एक्शन ऑफ द फ्यूचर, बट जस्ट बिकॉज इट इज अ शेड्यूल्ड इवेंट विल लीव जो है वो आपका गलत हो जाएगा, एंड द करेक्ट स्ट्रक्चर शुड बी, जैसे अनाउंसमेंट्स अगर आप सुनते होंगे रेलवे की, तो इट इज इन सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस दैट द ट्रेन लीव्स एट 30 hours tonight. Next one is the school will reopen. It is also a scheduled event and it is a formally scheduled event. So will reopen is the wrong structure and we must write it, or we can write it reopens. Next word को आप avoid कर दीजिए and it is the this Monday. So the school will reopen की जगह पे the school reopens this Monday. तो इस तरीके से any formally scheduled or officially scheduled events of the near future is kept in simple present tense. This is the fourth use of simple present tense. ये भी बहुत clear होगा आपको. Now next one is conditional clause. इसको जरा सा समझिएगा. Any conditional, if you are having a conditional sentence structure, let us see the example first. When he will come, I will go. ये क्या है? This is a sentence having जिसके दो पार्ट हैं. The first part is the condition and the second part is the result. एक तरीके से दो पार्ट है इस सेंटेंस में. आप अगर देखिए तो when he will come, I will go. जब वो आएगा तो मैं जाऊंगा. If it will rain, we won't come. अगर बारिश होगी तो हम नहीं आएंगे. So you can easily see the condition part of the sentence, that is when he will come. This is the condition part. यही आपका क्या है? condition part है. It will rain, यहाँ पे ये भी क्या है? आपका condition part है. Both we are talking about the future events. एक तरीके से हम future के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. But in spite talking about the future events, if it is a conditional sentence or the structure is conditional, the condition part is written in simple present tense. जो condition का part होगा उसको आप किस में लिखेंगे? Simple present tense में. So when he will come, I will go is not the right sentence. ये sentence होना क्या चाहिए था? It should be written in he will come. आपको नहीं होना चाहिए. It should be written as when he comes I will go. तो for ये इसलिए भी किया जाता है because English is a very fluent language. So it will not become superfluous. बार बार will का repetition ना हो और future का repetition ना हो, superfluous ना बने sentence. That's why this structure is followed. तो comes, if it will rain we won't come, नहीं, will rain की जगह आपको जो सही structure होना चाहिए वो क्या होना चाहिए? If it rains we won't come. अगर बारिश होती है we won't come, तो हम नहीं आ पाएंगे. So in spite being talking about the future events in a conditional sentence, the condition part is kept in simple present tense. Hope it is very clear with you. Now let us move to the next uses of this tense, that is to give instructions or direction. किसी को भी अगर आप कुछ बता रहे हो या कोई steps बता रहे हो, how to prepare tea, how to prepare Maggi, कोई activity के step by steps चीज़ें हों, वो सारी चीज़ें वो सारे actions are kept in simple present tense to give instructions or direction. However, I have given very simple examples here. Open your book. So it is an instruction by your instructor or by your teacher to open your book. So here you can easily see the verb, that is open, V1. So it is simple present tense. Make tea for all of us. Make is V1, so it is in simple present tense. Do as directed. Do is also V1 and it is in simple present tense. So these are the uses of simple present tense. Now I am going to talk about a very important thing. There are certain verbs. Okay, if the action, now I am going to talk about a very important thing which I have provided here in note. Let us see what it is. Actually, it's about the verb of perception. Let us see. So you must have acquaintance with certain verbs that are supposed to be the verb of perception or non-continuous verb. कुछ ऐसे verbs होते हैं जो आपको continuous form में इस्तेमाल नहीं किए जाते हैं. That's why these verbs are called as verb of perception. Actually होता क्या है इसमें, जो आपके sense organs होते हैं उन sense organs से जो action perform किया जा रहा है, which is not visible in most of the cases. So that verb, the action that is being denoted, so the verb that denotes that action, that verb is supposed to be the verb of perception और द नॉन कंटिन्यूअस वर्ब भी इसको कहा जाता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू कैन सी हियर. तो इसका होता क्या है, दे आर नॉट यूज, जनरली नॉट यूज इन प्रोग्रेसिव और कंटिन्यूअस स्ट्रक्चर. दैट्स वाई अगर कोई काम कंटिन्यू भी है तो उसको आप सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस में लिखते हो, इन स्पाइट बीइंग द वर्क दैट हैज बीन कंटिन्यूड. इफ द एक्शन is done by your senses, means the verb is perception, means the verb is a non-continuous verb. तो ये चीज आप समझिए. So the list is provided here. For example, verb like want, ठीक है, I am wanting something is wrong. For example, you are wanting something at the moment, ठीक है, it is a continuous action, but still the right structure will be I want something. Seem, need, love, like. So here I have provided the list of verb of perception or the non-continuous verb. इसके अलावा भी होते हैं, आपको ये समझना है कि the actions that are being performed by our senses and it can't be seen. For example, tasting something. The food is tasting bad. आपको बुरा लग रहा हो तो the food tastes bad. तो ये चीज want, seem, need, love, like, appear, understand, fear, envy, care, enjoy, hate, taste, feel, cost, look. So these are the verbs that are supposed to be the non-continuous verb. So in spite for a continuous action, we will use the present form of the verb. Let us see some examples here. For example, it is appearing wrong. मान लो ये गलत लग रहा है, ये आपको बोलना हो तो definitely it is wrong. Appear is a non-continuous verb, so you must write it appears wrong. Is appearing की जगह पे क्या होना चाहिए? It appears wrong. Next is he is needing help right now. Need is also a non-continuous verb. So the correct structure should be in simple present tense, that is he needs help right now. I am loving you is not the correct structure even for being the present format. So the right thing is I love you. Love is also a verb of perception. I am wanting a glass of water. Suppose you are wanting a glass of water right now. You are very thirsty. In spite of that, you can't say I am wanting a glass of water. You want a glass of water or I want a glass of water. Want is also a non-continuous verb form. Or it is tasting bad. It tastes bad. इसका टेस्ट जो है वो बुरा है. So it is very clear to you that there are certain verbs known as verb of perception, or we often call it non-continuous verb. So whenever you have to use these verbs, we use in it simple present tense or is in present structure or indefinite structure, that is the V1 or V5. So that's all about the simple present tense. Now we will move on to the second tense, that is present continuous tense.